Hi, welcome back to Feel Food Factor. Today's recipe is a very healthy and nutritious breakfast, that is ragi oats idli and ragi oats dosa. With one batter we can make two breakfasts. So for that I have taken urad dal, 2 cups of urad dal and 1 tablespoon of methi seeds. So I washed the urad dal 2 to 3 times until the water has turned out to be clear, like this. So after washing the urad dal, I have measured half a cup of oats. These are whole oats, not the instant ones. So I'm using this oats because I don't have the instant oats, and I'm adding this to the urad dal, and I will soak this for 6 to 8 hours. So once it is soaked well, I'm going to grind it to a fine batter. So this is 4 cups of ragi flour. If you have whole ragi, that's also fine. But as I don't have it, I'm adding the ragi flour to this batter. So we're going to mix this ragi flour to the batter so that it's all blended well together. So after this is done, I'm going to let it ferment for about 8 hours or overnight. See, after the batter is all fermented, it looks dense and bubbly like this. First, I'm going to prepare the idlis because it's going to take 10 to 15 minutes time. So I've already set up the steamer. Now I'm greasing the idli molds with ghee and adding the batter to the idli molds. So as the steamer is all ready, I'm going to put the idli plate in the steamer and let it steam for 10 minutes. So in the meanwhile, I'll also prepare my dosa. See, the batter is very thick. So I'm just adjusting the consistency by adding a little bit of water. So after adding the water, I check the consistency and this is perfect. So now I'm on a hot tawa or a griddle. I'm going to spread the dosa in a round circle shape. So this particular breakfast is not only healthy and tasty, but also it is nutrition dense because the ragi, that is a kind of a millet that we are using here, it helps in controlling the sugar levels in our body. So in this recipe, I am not using any rice like idli rava or rice flour or rice rava or anything like that. So instead of rice, we are replacing it with ragi, which is more nutritious. For the idli also, it gives a nice grainy texture just like idli rava because ragi flour is not a super fine flour. It still has that crumbliness in it. So that's what gives a great texture to the idli and a nice crispy texture to the dosa. So now look at the color of the dosa. It is so nice brownish, and also it looks so super fine, right? So it's also easy to flip on both the sides. Now that the dosa is all ready, it directly goes on to a serving plate. Now let's check on the idlis also. See, the cracks on the idli just indicates that the idlis are cooked perfectly. So just let it rest for 5 minutes and demold it from the plate. It will be easier. This healthy and tasty breakfast can be served with any chutney or sambar or podi. So do try this recipe and tell me how you like it in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe to Feel Food Factor.